Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. I hope all is well with you today, and thank you for clicking on this pick a card reading. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at your next 48 hours. So what's going to be happening for you in this time frame? This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're drawn to this is when it's actually meant for you. So all you need to do to find out is either choose one of these three cards, 1, 2, or 3, or you can choose one of the three images that will pop onto your screen now. Feel free to pause the video if you need some time, and once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. And you'll also find the link to my website, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or to check out any of the other services I provide, the link is below. So let's get into your reading now. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Hi Group 1. So let's take a look at your next 48 hours and what's going to be happening for you. Okay, I know these have become a firm favourite of a lot of yours, and they're one of my favourite ones to do as well because they're always so different, so random, never know what's going to come out. So let's see your next 48 hours from now. What's going to be happening? And just to clarify, I feel like that sounded confusing. So from now to the end of the next 48 hours, what's going to be happening for you? Okay, so we have flexibility. It's very colourful. And I feel like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of colour in your next 48 hours. Okay, there's a vibrancy here, almost like you've got a filter over your eyes, like everything looks like it's in high definition. So this might be that you're actually watching a movie. I just saw Hidden Tiger, what is it? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So that might be a film you like. What was another one similar to that? That just, I can't recall. Something flying something. Maybe, yeah, maybe you'll be watching some kind of like anime or a martial arts type of film. Okay, or maybe you'll be doing some kind of martial arts, or I don't know. There's some kind of theme about that coming through to me. And also the energy of Asia is coming through the continent. So I'm getting, yeah, this kind of Asian influence. So maybe you'll also be eating some Asian food. Maybe you're going to an Asian restaurant or cooking something, or you might even receive a gift that is Asian inspired in some way. Like I'm now seeing the samurai sword. So I'm also saying that maybe you'll watch Kill Bill. I don't know. I'm just getting this. It's really weirdly specific, this bit to begin. Again, which is why I love these readings. So we also have solitude. And then we've got enlightenment. So again, I don't know why the colours are really drawing me in more so than usual, because I'm seeing like this, the yellow is really standing out here. So you may be drawn to the colour yellow, whether it's wearing it or maybe stepping out into the sunshine, letting the sun hit your face, if that's possible, if the sun is shining where you are, or drinking like lots of orange juice or eating yellow foods. I'm just seeing yellow all around you. But then the fact that we've got solitude and flexibility, I just feel like there is that level of fluidity within your next 48 hours. It's not going to be stuck in any way or fixed. So this is a message for you as well, to definitely go with the flow and not be too rigid, because there may be plans that come together spontaneously or plans that fall apart for your divine protection and highest good. So even if you've got plans to maybe meet up with people, you may choose to spend time in solitude. You may feel like you need a bit of healing. But again, it might be that a plan is changed and it forces you into that position, which may at first not be that comfortable, but I'm getting the sense that you really need that. Okay, not to say that you're going to spend the entire 48 hours in solitude, but I do feel like you're going to find some quality time for you these next 2 days, okay, where you just shut everything else out. You just focus on you. You spend time meditating or cooking or watching films, doing things that you enjoy and that you ultimately find relaxing. Okay, but maybe there's even projects and things that need your focused attention and you don't feel like you can be distracted during this time. So yeah, I do feel like this is you leaning into that quality alone time at different points. But now we also have enlightenment. So there's going to be some clarity here that you gain in these next 48 hours. So if you've been waiting for some information, This could be a text, an email, confirmation, something that helps you to understand something that's been confusing. Okay, so maybe you've been waiting for a job to come back to you, or you've been waiting for a friend or someone you're in a relationship with or a situationship to give you some clarity, to reach out, to make something known. So I just feel the need, I've got my little candle over here, and I just feel the need to bring it over here. Okay. But I'm also drawn in by the boat here as well. And oh my God, we've got 2 boats. So water's definitely a theme here. Maybe you'll be going on a boat ride, or maybe you'll be walking by the ocean or by a harbour and you'll see some boats. You may even have a discussion with someone about a boat. Someone might invite you on a trip. So it might not be that it happens in these next 48 hours, but it may be that the invitation is extended to you during this time. Okay, let's get some more information, shall we? Your next 48 hours, what's coming through for you? I also just got that you're going to receive some clarity at night. That's what I'm seeing. This message or this confirmation is coming in when it's already gone dark outside. Okay, unless you're staying indoors and you've got blackout blinds. Okay, but I'm seeing like darkness, like you receiving the message in darkness, which could also even be a mental state of yours if you're not feeling the happiest in some way. It may be that it comes in at a time when you really need to hear it. Okay, so we've got Ceres, nurture. And look at these beautiful flowers. And we have all of these flowers here in the flexibility as well. So you could be gifted some flowers within these next 2 days. You may also buy some for yourself. Okay, this could be part of your own path of self-love, self-care in this nurturing phase you're going through. But yeah, very well could be that you're going to receive them. And I feel like they'll be unexpected. And then we've got Sagittarius, expand. So yeah, for some of you, I definitely see travel here. Okay, so this is either you are traveling somewhere quite far, or certainly further than your kind of usual day-to-day routine, or you are planning a trip. Okay, you could be looking at flights, you could be looking at hotels, accommodation. I'm definitely seeing this need for, I just had escapism. Okay, so maybe there is something you feel like you kind of want to run away from. Something could have been triggered within you that causes you to want to escape. Because you only want to escape something you feel is uncomfortable or something you don't like. So yeah, there's something I feel like you're trying to run away from in these next 2 days. But then I'm also getting this energy of you being pulled back towards it. So there's definitely this push-pull that I see here for you. But I also feel like there's a great opportunity for you to learn here, because Jupiter that rules Sagittarius represents expansion. So something here, whatever the situation is that you feel like running away from, it's almost like if you confront it, you could have better luck than you realize, because Jupiter also rules good luck and good fortune. But the thing is, whatever it touches, it expands. So it's like if you focus too much on the negatives in this situation, that will expand and maybe cause you to feel like you need to run away. Whereas when you focus on the positives and maybe the lessons that were learned, that will also expand. You'll gain more wisdom and knowledge so that you not only repeat similar mistakes if you've made them, but you'll also choose more wisely moving forwards, okay, which will always be for your highest good. It definitely feels like there's something lucky happening here. This kind of feels like your good luck charm, okay? You've got this Jupiterian good luck charm. Now, if you actually have a piece of jewelry or something that you feel like is good luck, it has sentimental value, and if you feel like it's got positive value to it, I feel like you're being guided to keep that close to you these next couple of days. Keep it on your bedside table, under your pillow, or obviously if it's jewelry, if you can wear it. I just feel like there's a need to, yes, to keep a level of protection, but to keep some sort of like good luck charm near you, or something you feel like represents good luck. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but something that you feel like, that looks lucky to me. And I feel like that's going to, again, help expand that energy, because you've already got the energy of good luck. So in keeping with it, stack the odds in your favor, get as much lucky symbology around you as you can. If you're into manifestation, this will also be a great time to start manifesting abundance into your life. And maybe that's what you'll be doing as well in this solitude. You may be doing some affirmations, creating a vision board, okay, or manifesting in, you can obviously manifest in so many other ways, but yeah, I just feel like there's this need for you to get into this realm of optimism, seeing the positive things that could expand in your life for the good. Because then we have the contrast here of the 12th house. So the 12th house is watery. We've got fiery energy here, and then we've got watery energy now, which is emotional, it's sensitive, but it's also very creative. So I definitely see being in this heightened state of sensitivity, which can truly go in your favor. But again, it's about where you place your focus, because if you place your focus into things that bring you anxiety, it's going to send you into a downward spiral. Whereas if you focus on the good things and the possibilities and the things that bring you hope, I feel like this will take you into this creative space where you can manifest so much more. And I feel like you can manifest super quickly as well, because not only do I feel like you're going to be bringing in fortune for the long term, these next 2 days, I feel like you're going to bring something else in, like you're going to manifest something really quickly. So you could even, after you finish watching this reading, take a moment to think about, okay, what would I like to receive in the next 2 days? And I would pick something on the smaller scale, something that you believe could actually happen, like receiving a bunch of flowers. Even though that still may seem far-fetched to you, but it may seem more likely than, say, I don't know, being gifted a new car. So it's more all about your belief. But every time you do these little manifestations, it reinforces that you can do it for the bigger things. So it may be that you're just needing a little bit of reinforcement, but it's also a little bit of fun. Like, why not? Like, after this video, just picture like whatever it is you want to receive, even just like a free cup of coffee, something that will just give you a little buzz. Okay, I definitely see that you are in this very powerful magnetic state to attract things more so than usual. So you can really utilize this in your favor, group number one. But the thing with Pisces energy here in the 12th house, this can cause some emotional and mental suffering. It can represent hospitals, institutions, prisons, places where you feel trapped. And so, yeah, again, maybe this is how you're feeling now, or where you're beginning this period of time. And you feel like in order to get yourself out of the trapped feeling, you've got to do something else. You've got to move, be flexible, because that's the thing. When we get stuck in our head and we're stationary in our body, it's really hard to get out of our head. So sometimes, and I think it's different for everybody, but certain people will feel better to just, okay, let me just move. Like, I'm just going to go clean this, or I'm going to do some yoga, or I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to do something that kind of gets my energy and chi moving in the body, which helps me to get out of my head. Okay, so if you find yourself to be in your head a lot, particularly at the moment, get moving. Again, it doesn't have to be anything too vigorous, but it's just moving the chi around your body, and you'll notice your mind, your thoughts start to move a little bit as well. And then you can maneuver them into the positive. Now, it may be as well that this information that's coming in will be what causes you to sort of go within and dig deep. Okay, and you may have quite an emotional reaction to it, whether for good or for bad. Okay, at this moment, I can't tell like exactly the type of emotion you're feeling. It just feels like it's strong. So again, it could be a really positive sense. Like, you could receive an apology, for example, with a bunch of flowers. And, you know, that may make you feel validated and happy in some ways, but it could also trigger some painful emotions, and maybe emotions of longing or emotions of guilt or forgiveness, whatever it may be. But let's see what else is coming through here for your next 48 hours. Okay, we've got higher power. I mean, I'm not surprised to see that whatsoever, higher power, because this is what you're tapping into these next 2 days, group one. You are going to be feeling that higher power. You're going to be feeling that connection with spirit, with the universe, with God. You are going to feel it incredibly strongly, deep, deep, deep in your soul. Like, you'll just know, like, this is the right path for you. Okay, you'll feel it. And it makes sense here as well. We've got chopped wood, which gives strong Virgo energy. And it just makes me feel like it's that energy of moving again. You know, I said about cleaning. I feel like you're going to get going with some sort of cleaning or menial work, maybe something that you've been procrastinating, you've been putting off, putting on the back burner for a bit, but now it's time to bring it forwards. And you're deciding, you know what, I've got to clean away the cobwebs. I've got to get everything clear, because as above, so below. When the house is cluttered, the mind feels cluttered. Or if your car feels cluttered, like, you just want to give something a good clear out. This could even be a social media clear out. Maybe you decide, I'm going to unfollow a bunch of people that no longer inspire me or bring anything positive into my life. Maybe you'll even just deactivate some of your accounts and just decide, again, in the sense of solitude, just say, you know what, I don't even want to engage with anybody, or I don't want to engage online right now. I just want to focus on the practical. I just want to focus on what's in front of me right here, right now, or focusing on your creative projects or talents. Okay. And yeah, evolving in those ways. Okay. Oh, then we've got loyal heart. Loyal heart. So yeah, you could be bringing in somebody that is like a soulmate or a twin flame connection. Now, it doesn't have to be under those terms, but it's definitely a very strong connection. I mean, see the mirroring going on here. And there's this sense of loyalty. I just had Scorpio flash in front of my eyes, so this could be connected to a Scorpio, but it could also be one of the fixed signs, such as Taurus, Aquarius, or what's the last one? Leo. Okay, because I'm getting that sense of feeling this really strong connection to this person, and they feel it for you too, but there's also a distance. Okay, I feel like there's been an emotional distance, but you've got this telepathic connection that still binds you. So it may be that it's this person that is reaching out to you in these next couple of days. Again, maybe you'll receive that apology if you've been waiting for it, or you might just receive some clarity or some truth if you've been confused by their actions or their intentions. I just feel like there's something here related to a lover. Okay, now this could be somebody you're already in a relationship with as well. Now, this could be as well that they're going to be more loyal and more dedicated in these next 2 days. You may notice that, the way that they're treating you, the way they're acting towards you, especially if you feel like maybe you want to be stood up for. So this person might vow to I'm going to be there for you and I'm going to stand up if somebody is trying to bring you down. So that's quite a specific storyline though. So that won't be for everybody, but for some of you, I do feel like, yeah, there's somebody close to you in your life that wants to protect you and may see that you're about to get into a conflict or something that's not good for you, and they step in. They come in and step forwards. So again, I know a lot of this isn't going to make sense right now, group 1, but it's a prediction reading. We don't know until we know. And then we have why. So the why card obviously is always a confusing card because it's questioning why. Why did something happen? Why? So you might even be questioning somebody's motives here. So again, this person's, you might be wondering why they've said something or why they've acted a certain way, or why they've decided to come in now. That could also be what is on your mind, where you say, you've had all of this time, you've had weeks, months, days to reach out or to explain yourself, and you've held back. So what is it about now? Why do you need to explain yourself now? That's what I'm getting there. Okay, but let's see what else is coming through here these next 2 days. I mean, this seems pretty jam-packed, doesn't it? I don't know how you're fitting everything in. Hence, again, I feel like there's definitely this need for solitude at certain points, just to give yourself a bit of space. Okay, so we've got Mystic. Okay, what else is coming through? Again, look at the vibrancy and the strong color of purple coming through here. We've now got Dream Weaver. Energize and wish, visualize, conceive. Again, you are going to be manifesting something. You're manifesting something quickly, and I feel like you're manifesting something for the long term. So this really, really is your time. So again, if you've been kind of itching to I haven't done a manifestation ritual in a while, or maybe you've been wanting to change up your vision board if you already have one, or to create a new list of affirmations that you can repeat. There's something here like you've been itching to do, and this feels like the divine timing to do it. Okay, now also I feel like there are going to be intuitive messages within your dreams these next 2 days. Okay, I feel like you're being guided to make a couple of notes when you wake up. Like you could just put it in your notes app, or if you've got a dream journal. I don't know why, but it's a need to sort of get it out onto paper or onto your phone so it's out of your head. I don't know why that is, but I feel like Spirit's telling me to let you know that. Okay, but you're going to be feeling super, super intuitive. Like you're picking up on a lot. You're definitely going to be sensitive. So again, I feel like there is a need to protect yourself, to potentially close yourself away at certain points so you can have some space. But You may even be drawn to wear the color white or the color black, okay, or to keep these objects around you. If you have like selenite, for example, like keeping something like that really close to you, because there's this need for like purifying and protection. So I'm definitely seeing that. Again, that sort of deep clean. And again, look, we've got more purple and we've got lions here. We've also, we've had a couple of tigers and we've got lions. So again, tigers and lions seem to be prominent. So maybe you've got a cat, okay? So maybe you'll be spending time with a cat or maybe someone else's cat. Didn't mean to drop that one out of there. Yeah. But it's interesting because sovereign, I mean, this gives very regal energy, a very regal energy. So I don't know exactly who you are, Group One, or what you're doing, but it feels like you're up on some kind of pedestal. Okay, people are admiring you. So I don't know if you're posting something in the next couple of days, something of you or work that you do. Or maybe you're just going to be seen out in public and people are going to be like looking up to you, admiring you, saying like how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, how magnetic you are. And I kind of get a little bit of intimidation as well. So it may not be that everybody that thinks this is going to vocalize this to you, but you'll definitely notice a lot of eyes on you. Okay, a lot of watchers, a lot of eyes. Okay, you're definitely drawing a lot of attention. I don't feel like you're doing it on purpose either. I mean, if you're posting something naturally, obviously, anyone that posts anything on this earth obviously wants some level of engagement, right? Somebody to notice it or appreciate it, or for what you're doing. But overall, it doesn't feel like you're trying that hard. Like whatever you're doing, it's just your energy. Your energy is attractive. Your aura is magnetic. Okay. We've got the peacock there as well. The peacock, the lion, you stand out. So again, maybe even in the way that you're dressing, the way you put yourself together, but it really feels more so like it's your aura. Your aura is magnetic. Your aura is what is drawing people in. Okay, let's see what your lucky number is going to be over the next couple of days, okay? The next 48 hours, what is your lucky number going to be? We have the number 7. 7 is your number, maybe a number you keep seeing in synchronicity, okay? It might be a time in which you receive some positive news as well, like 7 a.m., 7 p.m., but it could even be something as specific as like 12:07 on the clock, so... Also, you could type in 12:07 into Google and then type spiritual message, okay? Because I feel like there's a message in there for you. So, let's see. Let's get some fishbowl messages. Your next 48 hours, what's going to be happening? We've got, I need you here with me. So, that could be something someone says to you or something you say to them. Again, this need to be close with someone. We've got masculine, could be masculine energy. Could also be that you're in a bit of a masculine energy, but you're also in that feminine attracting energy. So like you're taking action, but you're also receiving. We've got options. We have losing the spark, summer, not now, but later, moving, astrologer. And manifester, there we go. What did I say? Okay, your manifesting abilities are stronger than usual. Okay, now maybe you are also a manifester in human design. So you may notice those manifesting powers being stronger these next couple of days. Okay, and then astrologer. So maybe you're going to be looking into astrology these next couple of days, looking at specific aspects, looking at your natal chart, looking at a composite or a synastry chart, maybe consulting an astrologer professionally. Okay, or maybe you'll just come across like an astrology video and you get sort of really involved in it and maybe it sort of twigs certain things within you. But I mean, options is interesting as well because of that flexibility. You will have some options. Now, maybe you're going to have multiple love options. Why not? Multiple date options. But this could also be multiple options for how you're going to spend your time. And you're going to have to prioritize quite well because it seems very, very busy. You're going to have to juggle quite a lot. And definitely you need to prioritize your peace and your alone time at certain points. Because again, there's a lot of moving around. You may also have to postpone something and you might have to say to somebody, I can't do it now, but I'll do it later. Okay, so yeah, some kind of postponement here. We've got summer as well. So I'm recording this in the autumn, but you could be watching this in the summertime with it being a timeless reading. It could be as well that you're thinking about next summer. Maybe you're planning a trip for next summer. Or maybe you're reconnecting with someone you met in the summertime. Someone that maybe the spark was lost. Could be. Anyway, this is what I see for you, group number 1. I really do hope that it resonates with you. Of course, it may not make sense now, as I've said. So if you remember, please do come back to the video and comment below, or comment now if you did enjoy the reading in any way. Comment a green emoji or anything else you wish to share. I really enjoy reading your comments and what you think. So thank you so much in advance. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, either an email reading, a video reading, and I even do emergency prediction readings, so you'll receive your, not prediction readings, just emergency readings. It can be a prediction if you want it to be, but you'll receive them within 24 hours or less. So if you have any really pressing questions, that's the reading for you. But if you can wait a little bit, you might want to check out my other options, but also the other services I provide, like energetic home cleansing, feng shui consultations, heart chakra opening, all sorts of things I have in store. So feel free to check it out. My website details are below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, group 2. So let's take a look at your next 48 hours and what's going to be happening for you. So the time frame will begin as soon as you finish watching this reading, and it will finish 48 hours from then. Okay. So let's see your next 48 hours, what's going to be happening for you. Okay, so we have embracing. Those look like fireworks to me, even though they're kind of little specks, little sparkles. I'm seeing something sparkly. Maybe you'll be watching a firework display, but you might just be like, I don't know, walking somewhere or just out or even at home, and you might just hear a load of fireworks go off. But it also kind of looks like a fireplace. So you might be sat somewhere really cozy, again, whether it's at home, someone else's home, or even a restaurant or a pub where there's like, yeah, a nice roaring fire. Definitely feels like super cozy. Then we've got enlightenment, which also, like, both of these are set in the darkness. And yeah, even here. But this to me looks like the dawn. So early morning. I feel like even if you're usually a late sleeper, I feel like you're going to be getting up super early, at least one of these days from when you're watching this. Okay, I'm seeing maybe you'll even watch the sun rise. You'll go somewhere really scenic, beautiful, or you just look out of your window and you see it. Yeah, there's definitely this feeling of being up early and also feeling productive is what I'm getting. But it does say forgiveness there as well. So it may be that during these next couple of days, you'll be open to forgiving someone. Okay, especially if you know someone's done you wrong recently, and if they've apologized, you've maybe not ready to forgive them fully. So maybe during these next couple of days, you're going to feel able to forgive them. It might even be that you have a dream that's enlightening, and then when you wake up, you feel differently. Because I'm sure you can all attest, I mean, I certainly can, certain dreams where you wake up and you feel differently, either about a person or a situation. It can really shape things, like, and shape your perspective in a new way. And so I do feel like, yeah, there's something here that's going to bring you that level of enlightenment, and that will help you to either forgive or even to forget. Maybe you've forgiven already, but you haven't been able to let it go. So it may be something that transpires here will make you feel like you're able to let go, to like move on and move forwards now in some way. I'm also feeling drawn to white birds. I feel like you're going to see either white birds very prominently, maybe at home in your garden or out and about. But I feel like you're going to receive a white feather, okay, from spirit coming through to let you know you are divinely protected, okay? This could even be a message from your passed on loved ones if you have, okay? Because I just feel like there's this connection with the beyond, okay? And I just really feel like it's going to be more powerful when it's dark, okay? When it's dark at night, and again, first thing in the morning. You may even find yourself to feel just in general more active during these times. Kind of like maybe like a nocturnal animal, or animals where they're more active during dusk and dawn. Like rabbits, for example, are much more active during these times. And so maybe that's how you usually are. So that will be normal for you, but for some of you, that may not be the case. You may be someone that goes to bed really early usually, and you don't feel too productive at nighttime, or maybe you don't feel productive in the morning, and suddenly you feel like you have all of this energy from nowhere. So let's just get some more information. Now, I'm also drawn in by the letter E here. So I don't know if this is like the beginning letter of your name or someone else's name, maybe in connection to this forgiveness or this enlightenment. Let's see what's coming through here. What's coming through your next 48 hours? Okay, we've got imagine. Yeah, your dreams are definitely going to be telling you something. Okay, more so than usual, especially if you're not usually a vivid dreamer or you haven't felt like you've dreamt for a while that you recall. And it's like it's coming through here, okay, in the dream. This is giving Pisces energy. Now, this may also be that you're going to feel more creative. I just heard that. Everybody, let's get creative. If you know, you know. But yeah, I just feel like you're going to be in that kind of dreamy state here. Now, this could even be some kind of wish fulfillment. We've got message in a bottle. So maybe some sort of information you're going to receive is going to make you feel kind of dreamy. And I just heard make the impossible possible. So yeah, this might be a message coming through that you did not see coming. And maybe you'd already given up, you'd forgotten about it, or you've left it in the past and you thought there's no way it's going to happen. There's no way it's going to come through. But it does, okay? It's definitely an important message coming in. And it may even be multiple messages here, okay? But let's get some more information. Truth be told, there it is. Look at that. There is truth coming out. There is truth coming to light, a truth that you can't see right now, but you will see in these next 48 hours. You will. Never-ending story. So, yes, you're going to uncover some truth here, or it's going to be delivered to you. But I don't think it's all going to feel sort of super fuzzy and bubbly and happy. Okay, I'm just being upfront with you guys. You know, I'm always going to be honest with what I see and what I feel. I know some people get really touchy in the comments if it's not what they want to hear. But I'm just the messenger. I like someone commented on one of my videos the other day. They said, yeah, don't shoot the messenger, because that's precisely what you're doing. I'm just channeling what's happening and the message is coming through. You don't have to accept it. You can reject it if you don't want it. That's your prerogative. But I'm just feeling like there's something here that feels like it's going round in circles, and it's like maybe you get some clarity, some understanding, and then it reverts back. So you could feel like somebody like makes the effort, makes the time, is open, is vulnerable, but then they shut down and go cold, and you're like, what the hell? Like, where did you go? Like, why come in for you to then disappear again? Because there can be this kind of dissolving with Neptune. Like, things can kind of slip through your fingers a little bit. It's like water. Water will just slip through your fingers. You can try and cup it. You can do all you can to try and contain it there. But, I mean, it's eventually going to slip through the cracks. There's only so long you can hold on to it for. So, yeah, there's something it feels like, because we had that embracing here. So, I feel like if there was any message of guidance here for you today, group 2, it would be to embrace when things feel good. Embrace the good news when it comes in. Embrace those moments where it feels positive. Because it's the same with anything in this world. Nothing is permanent. Nothing will last forever. And I feel like you're being guided to really embrace the present moment, okay, when it feels good. Because when you're in a negative state or a stressful, anxious state, you can say, you know what, this too shall pass. This will not last forever. And that's the positivity of transience. Is when things move, right? Or it's when you move out of a bad place into a good one. But obviously when you're in the good place, you don't want to move out of it, but we have no choice. That is just the way life goes. So if you can really enjoy it and embrace it, like envelop yourself in that positive bubble, like when it's happening, I feel like that is going to be for your highest good. So let's get some more information. This truth coming in, it's feeling intense. Like whoever this is, they've got a really, really intense gaze. Like you'll know if you've met this person, like you'll know, like something about their eye contact is really, really strong. And maybe you have that kind of mutual strong eye contact with one another, but it's like this person's eyes are piercing in some way. Very intense. Okay, I need to slightly cover her up. Let me use one of these actually, one sec. So we've got Love Maker. Look at her, hold on. Love Maker, Love, Give, Receive, Be. Okay. Now I'm noticing all of the orange there. We had the orange there in the beginning, didn't we? Orange is definitely like the theme here. Now orange also represents the sacral chakra, and sacral chakra connects to our creativity, to our sense of self-worth, but also our sexuality. Okay, it's all connected to the water within our body and our emotions, even partly our psychic gifts. So I definitely feel like you're going to be embracing the feminine side of things and maybe even connecting more with water. Maybe you'll be going for a swim or taking some kind of like healing bath with lots of lovely candles and soft music and incense, essential oils. I just see something about like, maybe even having a massage. Okay, so this could be like an intimate massage with a partner, or it could be, a booked massage with a professional, maybe even a self massage. For some of you, I see you being in the bath, like giving like your shoulders a rub and just sort of trying to get out some of the knots, or using one of those foam rollers, or like one of those hard balls. I've got one, it's I think it's a lacrosse ball, and I use that because I always get knots in my shoulders and upper back. So yeah, maybe that's something that you've been suffering with, is some like physical pains, some aches, or some like spasms or something. And so there's this need to kind of like work it out. So for some of you, you may work it out in the bedroom with a partner, just saying. Again, for those of you that will like enjoy, but also be careful, don't get too wild. Just for the preservation of obviously your body if you do have physical pains. But yeah, I definitely see like some kind of like offer of affection or physical touch. Physical touch is going to be a big thing. So you may even just notice people being a bit more touchy-feely with you. Like even if you meet up with friends, they might be a little bit more like touching you on the arm, or like holding a hug for longer or something. Okay, if you have a partner or someone you're seeing at the moment, they may be a little bit more like touchy or even PDA. Okay, we have Mystic. Mystic came through in group ones as well. You're definitely kind of giving off this mysterious vibe for some reason. Now, maybe that's how you are naturally or usually, but something specifically in these next 2 days, it's like, yeah, you're giving off this mysterious, not giving too much away vibe. So someone might be asking you questions and you might be giving them vague answers. Or you might be MIA on social media or from certain social occasions. You may even cancel something and say, like, I don't want to be there. Or even if you're there, you may not engage that much or give that much. There's something about you keeping something to yourself. So maybe even if you do receive this truth or clarity or message, you might decide you're not going to tell anyone about it. Okay, for some of you, you might decide to be quite private or even quite secretive. Now, this may be for your highest protection or the protection of whatever this situation is. So you may feel like, until things seem a little bit more set in stone or settled, I'm going to keep this information to myself. Okay, so definitely see you feeling the need for a bit more privacy in certain ways. But now we also have Spirit card and the number 11. Okay, so you could be seeing the number 11 a lot in synchronicity. It could be your special number. I will be getting your lucky number for the next 2 days as well, momentarily. But 11 really stands out here. But we've got spirit, renew and detox, purify, cleanse. So you will feel this need to do some sort of a cleanse. I'm kind of getting this like detox cleanse. It could be like some sort of juice cleanse, or I don't know, something where you are either cutting out processed foods or refined sugars, or I don't know, maybe just you could be doing a fast, or the cleanse could be in many different ways. You could be doing a spiritual cleanse, like cleansing your home with sage or a singing bowl, cleansing your aura. Okay, so many ways in which you can be cleansing, detoxifying, purifying, maybe even just doing a literal clean within your home. But I don't know why I'm getting more about it's what you're taking in, ingesting, like in terms of liquids, in terms of foods. I just feel it might just be like a couple of days where you just feel like leaning more into like healthier things, or maybe you feel this need to drink a lot more than usual. You know, there are some days, like, I guess everyone's different, but for me, some days I feel like I've barely drank anything, and then other days, like, I can't get enough water. And, you know, I feel like it's just when you listen to your body, like, it really tells you what it needs. And so, yeah, if you're feeling extra thirsty, there's a need for it. Because, again, we've got that sacral chakra connection, this need to connect with water. So, yeah, like I said, you might be feeling a little bit more thirsty at the moment. Maybe you'll even be going into a sauna, for example, where that dehydrates you, but it's also detoxifying and purifying in some way, or doing something that makes you very sweaty, okay, some sort of cardio, which again, very detoxing and purifying. All this talk about water has just suddenly made me thirsty, so let me have a sip of mine. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. What deck was I going to use? Yeah, let's see. So your next 48 hours, group 2, what's going to be happening? 2 of Wands. Okay, so there is going to be something you either feel like you need to make a decision about, or you feel indecisive about. Okay, so this could be in relation to, like, maybe there's 2 people that you're interested in, you feel like you've got to choose between them, or you've got an option come up to go somewhere and you're not sure whether you should. Or maybe when this message comes in, you're unsure how to respond. And so you might take a minute because you go back and forth about the idea. We've got King of Coins, 6 of Swords. Okay. To me, it really feels like this is you moving on from someone that was very selfish. Okay, someone that acted, in a selfish way. They could have been really withholding of their affection, of their time, or of their money. Yeah, just not giving you very much. But it's almost like I get the sense they were giving attention elsewhere. They were doing things with other people. They were giving other people their time and energy, and they were neglecting you. But I just feel like maybe, it's this, either this person is coming in and again, either apologizing or giving you clarity, but it could even be you receive information about this person that makes you feel like you've won. Okay, so think about you winning. So think about you getting the power back here. And then you feeling like, this is like a breath of fresh air. Like you can finally detach. You can finally move on or move forwards. So it's going to be a great moment of clarity for you, group 2. So let's get your lucky number. What will be your lucky number over the next couple of days? What will be your lucky number? Stop it. Can you see that? 11. Definitely your lucky number, group 2. I'm obsessed with that synchronicity. Okay, 11 is your divine master lucky number. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through here for you. Group number 2, what's coming through? Okay, I want to reach out. There it is. Somebody wants to reach out and they are going to. Okay, you're on the right path. So that is your beautiful piece of confirmation there that everything that you are doing, where you're going, who you're speaking to, you are on the right path these next 2 days. Okay, these jumped out. We've got 888. So that could be another number synchronicity you're going to be seeing or feeling connected to. We've got food. Naturally you're going to be eating, but you remember that I did say that about food's going to be like a poignant thing here. So it could even be like you overindulge in like rich foods, and then, because sometimes I do that where I'm like, I go over the top and then I'm like, right, now I just need to eat really, really clean. Like my body's craving like those clean foods after overindulging in like the sweet or rich foods. So yeah, it could be a little bit of overindulgence, and then that leads into like a change in diet. Okay, we've got travel consultants. So maybe you'll be speaking with somebody that works in that industry, consulting someone about a trip moving forwards. We've got protect. That makes sense. We've had a lot about protection come through. We've got missing. The time is now. Soulmate. Oh, right. Okay. And then we've got negative results and then fantasy. So you could receive some kind of negative result, but the thing is, a negative could be a positive for you. What might be a negative to one person could be a positive for you. So yeah, it might be that there is some sort of negative result that turns into something positive, or I don't know. not sure entirely what that means. I don't always know with the fishbowl. We'll have to see how it plays out. We've got fantasy here, which makes sense with that dreamy imagination card that came through. So I do feel like you're going to dip into some fantasy at different points, and maybe that comes into the missing. Maybe you feel like you're missing someone or longing for someone, and in order to kind of fill that gap, you lean into fantasy and kind of like picture that perfect love or that feeling that you want to feel, and that may make you feel whole for a moment. Okay, and maybe this is in connection to someone you see as a soulmate. Okay, but it could also be things manifesting over the next couple of days. Could be drawing in your soulmate towards you. So the thing is, I mean, it could be for some of you, you might meet your soulmate in the next 2 days, which I know may seem rare, but the thing is, it only takes a second to meet somebody, and it can happen at any time. So yeah, for some of you, you could be meeting a soulmate these next 2 days. But it may be, like I said, things are being woven in these next 48 hours that will bring you closer to them. So again, you could plan a trip, you could book a flight these next 2 days, and you might be sat next to your soulmate on that flight. So yeah, very, very interesting reading, group 2. I mean, I think it's interesting. I hope that you felt it was as well. If you did, or if you enjoyed it in any way, please comment a red emoji or anything else you wish to share. I would love, love, love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, either an email reading, a video reading, or I also offer emergency readings with a 24-hour turnaround time. And you can also check out the other services on my website, such as Feng Shui consultations, energy home clearing, heart chakra opening. I do it all. So take a look, see what interests you, and I can't wait to connect with you. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, group 3. So let's take a look at your next 48 hours and what's going to be happening for you. So the time frame will begin from as soon as you finish watching this reading until 48 hours from then. Okay, so let's take a look what's going to be happening over your next 48 hours. Group number 3. Oh, okay, so we have courage as a first card. That's quite dramatic. Okay, there's going to be a bit of a dramatic flair these next 2 days for you. Okay, we've got thriving, and we have blessings. Ooh, the yellow bird is really standing out to me here. So you may see a bright yellow bird, and it will definitely stand out to you if you do. It could be in real life, but you could also see it online somewhere. Like, I'm definitely seeing almost it being like a lucky symbol for you. So yeah, just take a moment to say like a little prayer or a little moment of gratitude when you see the yellow bird. Okay, because that is, yeah, this sign for you to be grateful for what's ahead. Okay, because blessings are coming. Okay, blessings are afoot is what I just heard, which sounds so old, but I really feel like that's a channeled message. Okay, blessings are afoot for you, group 3. Now, it's going to take courage though, and that's the thing. I feel like you are being rewarded for your bravery in some way. So there will be something that does feel a little scary. It is going to rock you internally. You're going to feel like, oh, can I do this? Am I capable of this? Is this something that I should be doing? And it's like you'll feel those feelings, but you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. This is what I need to do. I've got to follow through. And you will thrive from this, okay? And you will feel like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I pushed myself. It was so worth it, okay? So there's something here, yeah, you're going to feel like you gained the courage to do it. And it won't feel easy, but the results will speak for themselves, okay? 100%. I love to see this for you. We've also got pink flowers specifically coming through here. So you may buy yourself pink flowers. Somebody might buy you pink flowers. I don't know. We'll have to see. We've got the number 31 here, which is standing out to me. Yeah, and the number 13, threes. Threes could be a number you see a lot in synchronicity. And then we've got 51, milk and honey. What's going to be happening over your next 48 hours? Flexible. Oh, knocking the cards. Okay. So I would say as a message of advice here, group 3, would be to be open to change. Okay, because there is a level of flexibility within your plans, within what's happening in your next couple of days. So if you have like a really rigid plan of everything laid out and times, etc., I would just be open to potential changes, okay, within those plans, because yeah, things are definitely going to be moving a little bit here. So maybe you're already aware of that. You may feel like maybe you don't have any plans exactly. You might just have a few loose ideas of what you want to do, or who you want to see, or what you want to spend your time doing. But you may decide, you know what, I'm just going to decide on the day which way round I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to think too deeply about it. So if that's your energy, that's definitely the best place to be in. But like I said, if you're in that kind of very rigid, it must be exactly this way and exactly this time, you may run into a couple of problems. So just a heads up. Now, you may also be practicing some yoga, okay? Maybe you're somebody that is quite athletic, you love stretching, yoga, tai chi, even martial arts, okay? Some kind of martial arts, or that kind of gives me the same. I had a similar feeling in group ones reading about martial arts. So if you really felt torn between group ones and group threes, you might want to watch group ones as well, because there may be some extra information in there, okay? Could be, but I see something about the movement in your body, like moving the chi energy around your body being very helpful to you. So yeah, you might be doing some stretching, but maybe this is also something like you see, like you could be out for a walk and you see like a yoga class outside. Okay, so some of these things are just things that you're actually going to notice, not necessarily things you're definitely going to be doing. But here I'm also seeing a picnic. Okay, so you might either actually have a picnic, or you might just eat al fresco. You might decide, you know what, I'm just going to eat my lunch outside today. Or, you know, you might go to a restaurant and eat outside. And maybe you'll even see a beautiful rainbow in the next couple of days, which obviously would mean there's going to be a little bit of rain, but then there'll be some sunshine. So it may make you feel like the weather's a little bit bipolar, actually, because, yeah, it kind of seems like that. Could even be a storm where you are, okay? So the weather could be, like I said, a little bit erratic. But, yeah, some of you might be going to a zoo. And, again, that's certainly not going to be for everybody, but for some of you, you could be going to a zoo or an aquarium, or even you might be going to a safari, okay, or going to someone's house that has like a lot of pets or something, or like a farm. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like lots of animals here being a theme. So may even be as well that you're spending a lot of time online and you're watching videos of animals or safari or something, or like a documentary on Africa, for example, could be. Yeah, definitely getting that energy. But yeah, so like I said, you might have a picnic or just decide like you're just going to eat your lunch outside. You go to the shop, you get a meal deal, sandwich or something, just sit outside on a bench and just eat and just watch the world go by. A little bit of people watching energy. Because yeah, I kind of get that sense of you being in this place of observation rather than like engaging at all times. I feel like you're going to be watching. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, not in like a creepy lurking way, but just in like a sense, you know, where you're just innocently sat watching people live their lives, or watching other people interact and engage or have conversations, and you just don't feel the need to interject or to speak up. Okay. And especially because you might feel a little depleted after whatever this courageous act is, like something you feel like, again, is going to take all of that courage, will take a lot of your energy. So you may even feel a little depleted after that, and you think, okay, I've done enough courageous things for today, or I've spoken enough for today. I'm just going to sit and watch now and see what happens. Because we do have fork in the road, okay, and then the Y card. So, I mean, no 48-hour period is going to be perfect, the same as life. It has its ebbs and flows, right? So there will be something that you do feel a little stuck in at some point in time, okay, where you feel like, oh, which direction do I go in? Which will leave you a little bit confused, okay? So there will be a decision for you to make. But I really feel like that also has a lot to do with these plans. Like I said, there's a fluidity here. There may be multiple different options, and it's like you're trying to weigh up, who should I see today? Who can I postpone? Who have I already spent time with recently? Or what project should I be prioritizing? Or what thing is going to bring me the most joy? And I feel like you're not really going to know, because I feel like a lot of it rides on your mood, group 3. Now, whether this is just how you are naturally most of the time, or whether it's just this particular period where you feel a little bit like, I don't know what my mood's saying. Because, you know, you can make a plan, for example, with friends, like 2 weeks time, and you're like, in that moment, you're like, yeah, that seems really fun, and you're in the mood, you want to do it. And then when the day comes, you're like, that is the last thing I want to do. I just want to chill. I want to be on my own. And so it might be that kind of vibe as well, where you are just not sure exactly like what mood is going to strike. It's whether you're going to wake up and you just want to be alone, or whether you wake up and you're going to want to socialize, or you want to get out and be out, whether I want to go outside or stay inside. So yeah, definitely some indecisiveness, but again, it's not a bad thing. I think it's nice because you have an element of freedom within the next couple of days, even though there may be certain structures, things that you do have to do at certain points. But outside of that, I feel like you're just leaving things to be a bit more open, a bit more fluid. So we've got sage, advise, acquire, invest, and accumulate. Interesting. I feel like you're going to be getting some money. Okay. Now, maybe this is falling on your payday, pay week. But I don't know, something about it seems like you're getting extra. So you might get an extra bump on your pay. You might receive a bonus. You might receive, if you have your own business, you might receive extra bookings or a super large booking or something. Or maybe even somebody that owes you money will give it back. Or maybe an investment that you've made has, leveled up or increased in some way. Because there's something about you accumulating something that you can invest further in. Okay, so maybe even you developing your savings account or something. Maybe you've got like a parent that will say, hey, put this money into a bank for a rainy day, or pay off this credit card. Okay, or again, like I said, it could come in as a bonus and say, do whatever the hell you want with it. Okay, but I do feel like you're going to get some kind of financial advice. Okay, maybe off the back of the blessing coming in, you may feel like, I need to know what to do with this before I spend it frivolously. Or you may just, like I said, just decide you need to get some advice because maybe there's something you're wanting to purchase, or you need to budget for something. Yeah, there's something you feel like you need someone else's advice on when it comes to finances. Okay, then we've got Oracle, lead, ask, listen, and trust. Do you know what? That kind of makes sense to me as well, like the pattern of how this like 48-hour period will go, because it's like leading energy. You're going to start off in this leader position where you are the one initiating something. You're the one being courageous, whether it's, like I said, asking somebody out, or extending an invitation, or standing up for someone, or standing up for yourself if you've been wronged, or like giving someone a piece of your mind, or whatever you feel like you need to be courageous in. It's like you're in that leadership role, and it's inspiring other people around you. Because I don't know, it feels like other people are going to either see your bravery, and that will inspire them and also make them respect you more. But maybe they'll just hear about it, okay? Or you'll relay the story and tell them later, which is going to make them respect you for it. Okay, but then it's like you go into this place of like listening, trusting, where you're in more of that receptive energy and more of the observing energy. So yeah, it's kind of like, I'm seeing like a horse, like straight out of the gate, like on the racing track, like you just bolt out of the gate and then you might slow down. So it's like things are going to move super quickly. You're going to feel very energetic, very bold, very ready to take action. And then it's going to soften a little bit. Okay, which I feel like will feel quite nice in a way for you. Now that's very interesting. We've got priestess, begin, perceive, predict, and prophesize. But look at all of the red. Like she's almost wearing the same outfit here. Like she's got this red hood, but then she's all exposed in the chestal area. So maybe this is something quite literal. Maybe you're going to be wearing a red dress or a red outfit that is going to make you stand out in some way. But again, it's very bold. Like red, it represents leadership, being in charge, being the initiator, the fire starter. So yeah, you might be really drawn to wearing red or connecting with the color red, okay, as you do your duties these next 2 days. But you could also be wearing like a beautiful red dress. You could be wearing something very low cut. Obviously, if you're a female as well, you might have more cleavage on display. But even if you're a male, it might be like a tight red t-shirt or something, or a shirt that's slightly unbuttoned, okay? Because I'm seeing the exposure of like the upper body, the chest. But again, it could also be like the hood. It's like you feel, oh my God, Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know what relevance that has. Maybe for some of you, you'll be reading the story of Little Red Riding Hood to like a child, maybe your child or a niece or a nephew or something. Or anyway, but like, again, it could be literal where you're going to be wearing something where you need a hood, or even this kind of, it's like the duality of like the exposed chest, but then the covered head. So I don't know, there's like maybe this feeling of like introversion and extroversion, where you feel the need to be out and exposed and vulnerable and outgoing. And then in the other side of things, you want to be private, you want to be mysterious, you want to hold back, you want to protect yourself. So yeah, it definitely seems you're kind of flitting in between these energies quite a lot here. But you're also going to feel very intuitive, okay, with the High Priestess. You're going to feel like you've got this higher knowing about things. And I will say that about each group today. Each group seems to be on fire when it comes to their intuition these next 48 hours. So yeah, definitely take note of intuitive messages that come in for you. So whether you take a literal note or you just make a note mentally, yeah, you're definitely going to be picking up a lot. Okay. So I'm just going to see what your lucky number is. What is your lucky number for the next 48 hours? We have the number 1. So 1 is going to be your lucky number. So it may be a number you see a lot in synchronicity, but 1 makes me think of, like, again, being the initiator and starting something new. So I really feel like you're going to be bold. You're going to make some kind of move here. Again, a move that feels a little bit scary, but you're going to move forwards towards it anyway. Okay, then we've got the Knight of Coins. So yeah, we do have some kind of monetary offer. So again, it could even be a gift, a monetary gift, or a gift, you know, that is quite expensive even perhaps. We've got the Tower, which again, it just makes me think of red. It's Aries energy. It's the Emperor. It's represents like that one energy of being that fire starter, okay? Like getting the ball rolling, but could be something a little bit shocking. So you might even feel you lose your temper a little bit, or you might just come across as very strong, okay? Even if that's not your usual way, you might feel like you come across, or other people perceive you to come across as very strong. And we've also got this impulsivity here with the Fool card. So yeah, you might even be feeling a little bit impulsive, which makes sense with when I was saying about, you know, feeling the need to make a choice, being a bit indecisive, how the whole couple of days is going to go. So it's kind of like you're leaning into your childlike energy though. Maybe you will be spending some time with children or people younger than you, because I'm definitely seeing these young spirited energies coming in. And like I said, it might be that it taps into your inner child, and you may feel this need to just be a bit more like youthful, playful, like following the fun, following what feels right in the moment, not really thinking about the long-term consequences. And then we have the High Priestess. So, there's some secrecy here. I mean, we've got the Priestess twice, okay? So, yeah, you might be feeling this need to be very private. So whether that's on social media, you might be doing all of these crazy fun things, but you may decide to either not share it at all, or you may postpone sharing it until another later point. Or this could be keeping certain secrets from friends or family, or, you know, people that you don't want to share certain aspects of your life with at the moment. Okay, so there's definitely this need for inner protection at the moment. You're protecting your inner world is what I'm seeing here. And then lastly, let's see what messages we have. We've got double date. Oh, how fun. So yeah, for some of you might actually be going on a double date in the next couple of days, but it may also be that you're going to be arranging a double date in the next couple of days. Okay, so then we've got I need to leave. So this could be you leaving an event, a situation earlier, either than expected. Okay, we've got surgeon. So maybe for some of you, you will be having some surgery. You might be looking into surgery, okay, whether it's cosmetic or something elective. We've got secure attachment. We've got by the book. We've got breakthrough, words of affirmation, soulmate, and then autumn. So we did have soulmate come through in one of the other groups as well. I actually can't remember whether it was group 1 or group 2, but either way, that's quite rare for it to come through in 2 different readings. Okay, there's a lot of fishbowl messages in there, so that's interesting. So you could either be aligning with a soulmate this next 2 days, or you could be manifesting them into your life within the next 48 hours. So you never know. You could meet someone else that's not your soulmate at an event, and they may be the one to introduce you to them later on. Could be during the autumn time, okay? When you either meet them, it could be you're watching this during the autumn time. That's when I'm recording it, but it's a timeless reading. People will watch it all throughout the year. So yeah, it could be that you're watching it quite soon after I posted it, or again, you just could be watching it in the time of autumn, or autumn is going to have a level of significance here for you. So, you might actually buy a book. I know it's like buy the book is the saying of doing things in a very traditional, conventional way, but I don't know, it gives me that energy of actually purchasing a book. So you might actually go into a bookshop or go on Amazon or something, buy a book, or someone may even gift you a book. Or if you lend a book to someone, they may give it back in these next 48 hours. Because we also have the words of affirmation. So, yeah, maybe you're also going to be reading a book that you purchased a while ago and it's just been sat on the shelf and you decide to like actually go for it and read it. Now, it could also be that someone coming in is going to provide those words of affirmation for you. So, especially if you identify that as being one of your strongest love languages, if you need to hear I love you, or you need to have them check in multiple times a day, or it's all about the words, then you're getting the words. You're getting the words. Now, it's not to say that that's your only love language, but it might be something that seems quite apparent in the next couple of days. Even if you feel like it's missing, and sometimes you don't realize what your true love language is until you're missing it. You could be receiving gifts, you could be receiving like lots of physical touch or quality time, but you're like, something feels missing because you're not getting the words, because that could be like one of your top ones. So could be that is the breakthrough here, okay, as to like what your true love languages are. Okay, but also in terms of your attachment style. So for some of you, you might even be taking like an online like attachment test. Maybe you might discover that you have secure attachment, or maybe this is what you are working towards, is a secure attachment. So yeah, it may be that you have a breakthrough which helps you to get there in some way. So very, very interesting. I hope you found it interesting too, group number 3. If you did, you enjoyed this in any way, please do comment below either a white emoji or anything else you wish to share. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, either an email reading, a video reading, or a 24-hour emergency reading turnaround, the link to my website is below, and you'll also find my other services such as Feng Shui consultations, heart chakra opening and healing, and also home energy clearing, which I can do virtually. So if you've just moved in somewhere new, that can be a really great time to look into the Feng Shui, the Qi energy in the home. It's something that I absolutely love and I now specialize in. So if it intrigues you, do have a look at the service, read the description. If you have any other questions about it, do feel free to send me an email, zenguidance11@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.